Hey everyone, Jonathan and Molly here, and welcome back to Savoring the Magic.
We are two siblings who share a love of Disney, film history, and general nerdom, and all the details in between that make up modern day magic.
That's right. So obviously we are back again in Magic Kingdom, and it is all decked out for spooky season. However, if you look beyond the decorations on Main Street, you might notice various names on the windows. So most Disney fans know that these are Disney legends who are commemorated for all their contributions to the parks. And we are going to slowly kind of go through all the different names on the windows, and we're going to start with our first one today. So come along with us on this excursion.
So, as we mentioned last week, the people on these windows come from various backgrounds in the company, from Imagineers to corporate officers and everything in between. There are multiple names on a single window, but today we're focusing on one particular individual. Above Main Street Fashion and Apparel, there is a window that features the Big Wheel Company and their horseless carriages, honoring none other than Bob Gurr.
So a little bit of background on Bob Gurr. He has said that he developed an interest in airplanes and automobiles very early in life. When he was 5 years old, he lived next to an airport, and he said that he would actually crawl under the hole in the fence, climb into an American Airlines DC-3, and play with the controls until the mechanics would literally kick him out.
Perhaps it's not surprising that he attempted to design planes before switching to cars because the math was a struggle. He took architecture in high school, and afterwards he graduated from Art Center College of Design with a bachelor's degree in industrial design. He attended college on a General Motors scholarship, but funnily enough ended up working in Detroit for the Ford Motor Company after graduating. Well, that was exciting.
He went to work for George Walker Industrial Design, where he designed some pretty normal things like garbage trucks, but he also got to work on the Lincoln Continental Mark II project. Eventually, he did grow tired of Detroit, and he moved back to Southern California in 1953, where he inaugurated R.H. Gurr Industrial Design, a company of one. However, his first big job ended up being a consult with WED Enterprises for a little project called Autopia. He had become good friends with Ub Iwerks while going to high school with Ub's son, and on his first visit to the studio, Dick Irvine took him into a room and asked if he could draw a body for this little car that they had been working on.
Bob's work on the Autopia cars earned him a permanent position at WED, where he went on to make about 40 of the Autopia cars. Walt took to calling him Bobby, and when he asked Bobby if he was going to design the car, he meant the internals as well. So Bob quickly went about learning the internal workings of a vehicle from the others in the machine shop.
Autopia might be where his career started, but it's definitely not where it ended. He went on to work with Disney for more than 3 decades, during which he worked on more than 100 designs for vehicles and attractions, including the Disneyland and Walt Disney World monorails, the Matterhorn bobsleds, and the Disneyland flying saucers. For the Matterhorn, he didn't just design the sleds, but also figured out the tracks and worked with his team to design a new signaling system in order to run multiple cars on the same track without collisions. He's often joked that if it moves on wheels at Disneyland, I probably designed it, and that seems pretty accurate. He is also the architect behind pretty much all of the Main Street vehicles. Bob contributed to the design of the Doom buggies for Haunted Mansion, and he helped collaborate on a lot of the different World's Fair projects, including Ford's Magic Skyway ride and the slimming down and development of the audio animatronic for Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Now, clearly Bob worked on all these early concepts for Disneyland, but most of those transferred to the Magic Kingdom eventually. So to honor Bob's contributions, we're going to ride some of those rides here today.
So it should be noted that Bob Gurr is the last of the original Imagineers to work on Disneyland. Obviously, he had an incredible career at Disney, but he went on to work on some really cool projects afterward, including King Kong at Universal. And I gotta say, at 91 years old, he is so much fun to listen to, and he's super active on social media, so if you're not following him, then you probably should be.
Absolutely. He was incredibly charming in person. We met him that one time.
Yes.
And yeah, you have to follow his social.
And
well worth it.
The man still does, like, what is it? The flight simulation stuff, like in his home. Like, that's how he stays active. How cool is that?
Yeah.
First up is a ride in a Main Street vehicle, which is something that we never do. Here we go.
And we're off.
Oh, it's a little bumpy. But great. Highly recommended.
Okay, my lovely friend, as we slowly approach Cinderella's castle, just a friendly reminder, please remain seated until I come to a full and complete stop, and I give you the all clear to exit the vehicle. While we're exiting the vehicle, make sure those handrails to march and step, friends. Thank you.
There she is, our humble steed.
Yes.
And they drop you right off here in the front.
We had an excellent driver
Good.
who honked out the MICKEY MOUSE.
So now that we have our first tribute to Bob Gurr out of the way.
That's right, and we've been very handily dropped off right near Liberty Square.
That's true. We are headed to none other than the Mansion of Haunts, which Bob Gurr developed the Doom Buggy.
That's right. So
For?
we're going to go sit and enjoy one of the creations again.
Right. Again. Not that we don't ride this every time we're here almost, but
You know, it is Jonathan's favorite ride.
it's true, especially here at Magic Kingdom.
Yes, so we are here a lot. But we actually have a reason to ride today other than the fact that we love it. So,
That's true.
yay!
So instead of walking down the middle of Main Street, USA, we're walking down the middle of Liberty Square.
That's right. Oh, and the riverboat is back.
I saw that. Maybe
It-
not today, but we're going to sneak a ride on it soon.
Yeah, no, we will. It's been under refurbishment for a little bit, so this is the first time we've seen it in a bit.
It's true. Here we are. We're entering as volunteers.
That's right.
Practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? Which spirits are frightfully sensitive to bright lights.
After you exit the ride, the tombs in here are really fantastic. Manifestation is a Emma Spook. Apparition.
I don't know. Paul Tergeist is pretty good.
Poltergeist is pretty great. I don't know, Bluebeard had a lot going on.
And he's really rivaling Henry there. you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's a historical
welcome.
reference.
That's what you're here for, this kind of content.
All right, so we have visited our favorite bunch of happy haunts,
That's right.
and we are off to the next Bob Gurr attraction.
Yes. So Tomorrowland Speedway here is based off of Autopia, so it's the best we can do. We do have, I think, like one picture from Autopia whenever we were
Yeah,
in Disneyland.
last
Hey,
time,
we'll
yeah.
put it here. And yeah, this is based off of that, but different concept to match the theming of Tomorrowland and
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom. So
And the next time we're in Disneyland, we'll do some more footage of
yes.
the actual
yes.
Autopia.
Well, to be fair, next time we're in Disneyland, we'll do a lot more footage of Bob Gurr stuff because Matterhorn is there and all
All
kinds
the
of other
original,
stuff.
the OG.
All the OG stuff that he helped come to be. So,
But until then,
yeah, until then, we'll do the rides that were inspired by his designs. So,
that's right. And for reference, you can tell that this is a event party day.
yes.
Park closes at 6 p.m. today for Mickey's Not So Scary. And whenever you can walk down the middle of Fantasyland,
Without running into people.
Yep.
Which, actually, pro tip, if you're going to park hop and you want to start in Magic Kingdom, pick a day of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween because then you'll be able to get through a lot more because it is lighter crowds.
so one of my favorite Bob Gurr stories, we actually heard him tell at an event we went to back in, was it 2021, I think, September?
Yeah, it was for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah. And he was here in Orlando at an event, so we went and watched him speak. And he's you know, well worth seeing if you ever get a chance.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He has obviously some fantastic stories about Walt and the whole Disneyland process. But,
Oh yeah.
But whenever they were building Walt Disney World, they were building the monorail, obviously, here, which he had a hand in. And they were testing it as they were building the Contemporary Resort. And apparently everybody was a little sheepish about the monorail at speed going through the Contemporary. So Bob hopped aboard and piloted it going, what was it, I think full speed, about 45 miles an hour
Yes.
through the Contemporary. And the mental image of him hopping through there at full speed is just a fantastic thing.
I know, and I feel like after you meet him, it's not hard to picture,
No.
and it's absolutely fantastic. And now, every single time we ride the monorail into Magic Kingdom and we go through the Contemporary, we just laugh because
What
we
we
think
think
about
about.
that story all the time.
And we actually got to meet him, and we got some of our poster prints and things signed by him, and we'll drop some of that footage in here.
Yeah, we will.
He was lovely.
Help pass the time on our way to Tomorrowland.
That's right. Here we are, we're ready for a blistering 7-mile-an-hour journey. A little difficult driving this around the camera, but we're going to give it our best shot. Running at a blistering 7.5 miles an hour. I always forget after riding that ride how deafening it is. Like I feel like I temporarily lose hearing after getting off that
Jonathan
ride.
almost ran over someone because he couldn't hear them on the side.
Couldn't hear their scooter coming up at all.
Also, Tomorrowland Speedway, if you ever want to feel incompetent about your driving after, 15, 20 plus years of driving, do that.
Just pilot it.
Yeah, because
Pilot it might be a loose word.
but still fun,
It's still
I gotta say.
My hearing will return eventually.
Yes, and my knees will one day recover because that car is definitely meant for children to drive and not full-blown adults. But
Yeah, I'm not sure I get the full 7 miles an hour out of it, to being honest.
however, the designs of the cars still great.
Yeah, still.
And the original Autopia cars,
Yeah.
beautiful, based off of a Ferrari design.
Up next is the Carousel of Progress.
Yep. So like we mentioned, Bob Gurr helped with a lot of the World's Fair projects, like so many Imagineers did, particularly with the audio animatronics. So he helped with the figures in Carousel of Progress, and also he helped design the dog.
Soaring now as high as 20 stories. And moving pictures flicker up on a big screen. We have almost 8,000 automobiles in this country, and we can travel by train from New York to California in less than 7 days.
Really smoked up the place when it burned, didn't it?
We ended up microwaving frozen pizzas.
Well, no need to worry about the turkey this year. Not with an oven that will do anything your father tells it to do.
Ooh, good shot.
Did you see that?
Dad, Grandma's up to 550 points.
Did you say 550? Hey, she's getting the hang of that thing.
I can't believe all the new gadgets they've got now.
If you've ridden that ride, you know the earworm that is that song.
That's right, we will be singing There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow for the rest of the day.
That's how it goes.
Yay!
So, as a wrap up for today, we're going to go ride the monorail in true Bob Gurr fashion.
That's right. I mean, I don't think that we'll be going full speed, but we will enjoy our ride and the views on our way back to TTC.
That's right. So a slight change of plans. We were getting ready to leave when we thought it's almost lunchtime.
Yes.
And, you know, some seafood at Columbia Harbor House sounded appealing.
It does. So unfortunately, it has nothing to do with Bob Gurr, but here we are. Yeah.
But
we are going to catch the
maybe
monorail
Bob Gurr
afterwards.
likes seafood. Maybe he does. I have no idea.
Does.
But anyway, we're going to go grab some lunch. I'm sure he likes lunch.
I'm sure he does. Don't we all like
See,
lunch?
there we go, the tie-in. So we have the seafood boil
Yes.
and the grilled salmon.
Trying something new, actually, because we always get the grilled salmon, and I needed a change today.
That's right. So something new to try. It looks pretty good though.
Yeah, it does.
So we have finished lunch.
Yes.
Delicious as always. We're really leaving this time
Yes.
because the parade is about to start and we will be trapped
Forever.
if we
Just
do not
kidding.
leave now.
So we are back at the TTC, thanks to Monorail and thanks to Bob Gurr. So this was our first episode in the Main Street Window series, and we will be covering more Disney legends in the future. Stay tuned.
That's right. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what your thoughts. We will continue to release videos every Wednesday and Saturday. But until then, keep savoring the magic.